Welcome to Greyhound View. This week we head across the water to see how the sole Irish contender fared in the semi-finals of the William Hill English Derby. Then it's back to Cork to catch up with a newly formed Syndicate, plus the final of the Barry's T700 from Curraheen Park. But first we join Michael Fortune in Waterford for the semi-finals of the 2002 Red Mills Guineas.
In traps for the first semi-final. In 1 is Man of La Mancha, the 6-4 favourite. 2 Lotto Lad. 3 Sparta Tom. 4 Barefoot Joe. 5 Cooley Merson on the outside. And 6 Borna Dasher, 3-1 second favourite. Hare coming up behind the traps, ready for off. And it's number 2 fast away. That's Lotto Lad leading to the corner. Borna Dasher, number 6, putting in a big run on the outside. And number 1 Man of La Mancha on the inside. It's now Borna Dasher surges to the front off the second bend. Borna Dasher going on by 2-3 lengths from number 1 Man of La Mancha. Number 2 Lotto Lad is in third, but Borna Dasher has gone clear here. This is impressive, opening up a big gap. Coming around the final bend now. Number 6 Borna Dasher in front, a lead of 5 or 6 lengths over number 1 Man of La Mancha in second, with number 2 Lotto Lad running on. But it's all Borna Dasher winning there impressively. The result of the first semi-final, the winner number 6 Borna Dasher, in second the favourite Man of La Mancha, and third number 2 Lotto Lad, time 28:41. The second semi-final, in 1 we have Lemon Romeo, 2 Minor River, 3 4 for Fun. The hot favourite Simply Supreme is in 4. Trap 5 Mount Taylor Walk, on the outside, and 6 is Marshall's Hill. Here coming around the final bend, the favourite Simply Supreme is in 4. 6-4 on, he's away fast, but a bump with number 3 4 for Fun, but it's number 4, that's Simply Supreme leading up with number 6 Marshall's Hill, making big ground on the outside, and a major bump in behind with a number of the runners involved. But down the back it's number 6 Marshall's Hill, marginally from Simply Supreme, but now number 4 Simply Supreme surges on again before the third bend from number 6 Marshall's Hill in second. Number 1 Lemon Romeo making ground in third, but the favourite's now on his way to victory here, Simply Supreme, as he stretches on up the straight. Number 4 Simply Supreme winning this one very nicely indeed. On the result of the second semi-final, the winner number 4 Simply Supreme, second number 6 Marshall's Hill, and third number 1 Lemon Romeo, time 28:32. And to the third semi-final, where we have the 6-4 on favourite Give and Go, the Produce Stakes winner in 1. In 2 Mix Mystic, 3 Desert Charm, in 4 Castleborough Katie, 5 is Word of God, and on the outside in 6 Duffrey Prince. Give and Go in trap 1, normally very fast starter, goes up strongly to the corner. Very hot favourite here. His last race was in Thurles that night when he won the Produce Stakes final. Hare behind the traps and away he goes. Give and Go quite well away with number 3 Desert Charm up to the corner. 3, 2 and 1 in a line. On the bend now, Give and Go gets through on the inside with number 2 Mix Mystic in second, but the favourite, something's gone wrong. He's pulled up and he's trailing now at the field as number 2 Mix Mystic goes on. 3, 4 lengths in front. Down the back straight from Duffrey Prince in second. Number 5 Word of God putting in a run to challenge now for second, but it's number 2 Mix Mystic in front. Word of God running on strongly in second. Duffrey Prince in third. Coming to the line is number 2 Mix Mystic, being caught but not overhauled by number 5 Word of God. And the result of the third semi-final, the winner number 2 Mix Mystic, second number 5 Word of God, and third number 6 Duffrey Prince, time 28:99. Unfortunately, Give and Go suffered a serious injury when pulling up there on the second bend, and we sincerely hope that the dog will return to action before long.
So the trap draw for next week's final: in trap 1 Man of La Mancha, in 2 Mix Mystique, 3 Simply Supreme, 4 Word of God, 5 Borna Dasher, and in trap 6 Marshall's Hill. Members of a GAA club in West Cork formed a syndicate earlier this year to honour the memory of one of their young players, after whom they named their dog.
Well, the name of the dog is Island Ian. The Island part standing for Island Rovers, which is a Gaelic football team down in West Cork, in the area of Baltimore and Church Cross, Affadown area. Last year we won the County Junior A final for the first time in our club's history, which was a great achievement. And the Ian part of the name of the dog, the Island Ian part, comes from my brother, who was killed tragically in a car accident last July. He fell asleep at the wheel, unfortunately. After the accident, we were having a chat over a couple of drinks, and we thought it was a good idea to try and treasure his memory, because he was a really fun guy, great character, great personality, and we tried to treasure his memory in the best possible way. So we decided to buy a greyhound. I mentioned it to a lot of lads at home, and anybody I mentioned it just, I suppose, because of Ian, and Ian being on the football team. He was 17 at the time, but he was an up-and-coming footballer. Everybody went for it straight away, but eventually we got 14 guys together. One of them being the local parish priest at home, Father Cahill, who's a great character altogether. So we've the religious element on our side tonight too, hopefully. Last January we bought the greyhound with the help of Bournemouth. They were a great help in finding and sourcing a quality greyhound. And there's a gentleman at home called Pat Maguire who's spent an awful lot of his life involved in greyhounds, and he was involved with Bournemouth in locating a dog. So we looked all over the country, and eventually we found one in Kilkenny that both Pat was happy with and that the Syndicate were happy with, and then we purchased him last January, and he's been training him until now, and tonight is his first race. I'd say there's looking forward to an awful lot of people there tonight, and looking forward to a great night, and win, lose or draw, as they say in football, I'm sure we'll have a good night.
As the off-time approaches and the money's put down, the excitement grows. The lads make their way to the stand in order to get the very best view of their dog having his first official run in the Curraheen Park 525 and trap number 5.
And from traps number 4, Miss Sheedycuff showing in front from 3, Lively Speed. Number 5, Ilanine into the corner. Number 4, Miss Sheedycuff in front of number 3, that's Lively Speed. Number 5 runs a bit wide there, Ilanine. He's still third, heading into the back straight. It's number 4, Miss Sheedycuff in front. 3 or 4 lengths as number 5, Ilanine comes into second, with number 6, Alto's Best in third. Onto the second last bend. Number 4, Miss Sheedycuff. Oh, a bit of trouble there as Ilanine runs wide, and it's number 6 now, Alto's Best in front. Now number 2 takes enough Mug of Water, with number 5, Ilanine running on again. And it's number 2 coming to the line, Mugs of Water, winning from 6, Alto's Best, and number 5, Ilanine in third.
Tonight was our first night out, and we were hoping for better things, but you know, like the club, we've come a long way in a short space of time, and we're expecting this dog will come a long way too yet.
Well, I'm disappointed with the performance of the dog tonight, because I knew he was a fast dog. He's terribly young, only 16 months, but nevertheless, the way he performed tonight, it wasn't up to my expectations. So I must start at square one again and see what I can do with him. But I'm disappointed because he is exceptionally fast, and he comes from great stock from both sides.
We came here, I suppose, to win, and we were quietly confident of winning. It is disappointing. It is disappointing, but I mean, we've won on an awful lot of fronts. Firstly, from the perspective of remembering Ian, my brother. I think there was a load of people up here tonight supporting Ian, supporting Island Rovers, and supporting Ian. And you know, even if he came last, I think as soon as he went out of the traps, I was delighted that I suppose something that a couple of my friends and myself came up with at home, you know, arrived at its conclusion, which is great. And also, there's an awful lot of you know, positives to take out of the race. We have a fast dog; he's very, very quick, but we have a few corners to knock off him, certainly, you know. But no, great night so far. Wouldn't change anything, only for the fact that he might win next time around.
Remember the competition we announced a few weeks ago, asking viewers to send a limerick about greyhound racing? Well, we had such a huge response that it was almost impossible to pick the winner. But here it is, the winning verse from Connor Power. He starts off slowly but comes home strong, and nothing will beat him when he's on song. Into the home straight, he really starts racing. The others can fight for the minor placing. Just keep backing Late Late Show, and you can't go wrong. Connor's prize is a night at the Dogs with our own Michael Fortune to actually commentate on a race. Well done, Connor, from Carrick-on-Suir. In part 2, it's over to England for the semi-finals of the William Hill Derby, plus the Barry's Tea 700 from Cork.
Well, we're in Curryheen Park this evening for the final of the Barry's Tea 700. Mega Delight, drawn in Trap 1, is the hot favourite at 3-1 on. She's bidding to win her 16th win in succession. That's only 4 short of the Peruvian style record set 26 years ago. Her main opposition is Blue Boomer, drawn in Trap 6. The runners now on parade for the final of the Barry's Tea 700 for 2002. In Trap 1 we see the magnificent bitch, Mega Delight. She's trained by Seamus Graham in Ballochmoyler and owned by Bob Morton in England. This a daughter of Smooth Rumble and Knock Even Joy, seeking her 16th win on the trot here. In Trap 2, Metric Tiger, this one of the leading ultramarathon stayers in the country. He's trained by Johnny Kavanagh, owned by Larry Byrne in Wexford. He's a son of Smooth Rumble and Metric Melba, perhaps one further, but you never know. In 3 we have Black Option, owned and trained by Liam O'Regan in Cork. This is a daughter of Vintage Prince and West Park Lemon. She's available at fancy prices, but you never know. In 4, Winning Habit, owned and trained by Nora Shinnock in Ballyhooly. This is a son of Lee Mount Watcher and Totally Focused. In 5, Lotto Princess, trained by Paul Hennessy. This is the first of his runners, owned by the Leinster Lawn Syndicate in Dublin. This is a daughter of Tom Sebest and Tinra Princess, a little sister to the brilliant Making Merry. And finally, completing the lineup, Trap 6, Blue Boomer. This is the second of the Paul Hennessy runners. He's owned by Keith Doherty and Alan Farrington in Dublin. This is a son of Smooth Rumble and Daly's Heartthrob. He's broken the national record in both his last 2 starts and must have a serious chance here. Well, the last one just gone into traps now for the Barry's Tea 700 for 2002. The hot favourite Mega Delight in Trap 1 at 3-1 on. It's then 3-1 number 6 Blue Boomer. The hare sent on its way. In Trap Bordeaux we have in 1 Mega Delight, 2 is Metric Tiger, in 3 Black Option, 4 Winning Habit, 5 Lotto Princess and 6 Blue Boomer. The hare up behind the traps and away they go, and first to show is number 3 on the outside, Black Option. In 2 is Metric Tiger, and back in 3rd now number 1 Mega Delight, but she's badly hampered. On the outside now Blue Boomer leads, or is coming around strongly, but out front is number 3 Black Option. In 2nd now number 2 Metric Tiger, and back in 3rd number 5 Lotto Princess. Mega Delight in 4th, and there's a lot to do. Out front though it's number 3 Black Option. In 2nd now number 2 Metric Tiger, he looks alive, danger. In 3rd Lotto Princess, but here comes Mega Delight. But down the far side, number 3 Black Option continuing to lead. He's a big outsider. 2nd number 2 Metric Tiger, and back in 3rd Lotto Princess. The favourite doesn't look like she'll be winning it, and Blue Boomer's at the tail. But around the final corner, number 3 Black Option. Here comes Metric Tiger on the inside, up to the line, and Metric Tiger wins it. 2nd number 3 Black Option. Back in 3rd Lotto Princess. Well, there was a shock result to the Barry's Tea 700 for 2002. Metric Tiger staying on strongly to beat the outsider. Black Option back in 3rd, Lotto Princess. Mega Delight could only finish 4th. The winning time, 39.04. I'm with a delighted owner, Larry Byrne, owner of Metric Tiger. It's great to have a good one.
It is, Ian. Very much so. We're delighted with the dog tonight. We didn't enter him not thinking that we had a chance, even though Mega Delight was going for her 16th win, I think tonight was it. She's a great bitch, I'll take nothing from her. It worked out well for us in the end, so I was delighted with the dog.
When you saw the other dog get away so far, did you think you were going to catch him?
Absolutely. If it had been Mega Delight, I wouldn't say so, but the way the dog finishes, I was shouting going down the back straight. With the 2 main contenders behind him, I just felt that Dorn wanted to catch up on him, and that was catch the leader, which he did. I had no doubt in my mind whatsoever.
He's been chasing down the principals, Mega Delight, Making Merry's and Cork for all of this year so far, and it's nice to win a big one. We plan to send him to Johnny Haynes next week to an event in Hove, 695 metre event in Hove, which is a big gallop and should suit him.
Whilst at the hugely popular Curryheen Park, Ian Fortune caught up with a young man who has recently decided to take a very different road in his career.
Jim McCoffey, track bookmaker here at Curryheen Park. When did the gambling bug hit you?
I was always gambling from a very young age, so I was. But the first really into dogs is when I went to Dublin. I met up with Teddy Hegarty. I started working for him, so I gave about 3 years with him, and that's really where I learned my trade. He taught me everything I know. He had what I am today.
Were you always involved in dogs?
I was, yeah. Neighbours of mine at home, John Mine, they had dogs, and we used to always be messing around with them at home, and that's when I first got the bug, really. So I used to be walking them or whatever, and bringing them from trials and all that kind of stuff. But I wasn't really gambling that big in dogs when I was young until I went to Dublin. It just took off, and so I got out of control.
You're saying you picked up your bad habits in Dublin?
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
How long are you at Curryheen Park now?
I'm at Curryheen Park about 18 months, so I am. It's going very well here. I'm delighted with it, so I am. The track's going well. There's really good betting here. There's a lot of good punting here. The track's very fair. in fairness, the fastest dog usually wins every race here, so it's very fair to bookies and punters, so there's no complaints about the place.
Basically, the reasons you just mentioned are why you chose Curraheen Park.
The reason I went down here first is everybody was telling me the bookies were getting cleaned out down here, so I thought there was an opening because the punters have plenty of money. So that's the reason I came down here first. And I also changed jobs. I was living in Galway and I moved to Cork. I joined Musgrave, so it suited me that way as well, just to come down here and start outside in Curraheen Park. I wouldn't come out here punting like so, same as the stand up. I wouldn't be down the ground punting. So that's it.
And I believe you only gave up the job recently.
That's right. I put the job in last Friday, so I'm full-time bookmaker now, for better or for worse.
Irish hopes in the William Hill English Derby rested on the black shoulders of the Derry dog Star Ambition. And trainer Joe Hurley reports him in great form before Saturday's first semi-final at Wimbledon.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He's more consistent here at the box than he usually is in Ireland. And I'm very, very happy with the way he's progressing.
We saw his speed the other night, and that seems to be his forte. But if he was to miss the break slightly, how big a factor is that?
Well, his great pace to the bend, as you can see, and down the backside. So I'm hoping that he'll be in a position that he'll not have to come from behind. But I don't think he's too strong on the home straight.
Pilot to learn, Star Ambition, both 7-4 joint favourites for this first Derby semi-final called by Errol Blythe.
Goodness gracious me, there is so much at stake here for the first semi-final of the William Hill Greyhound Derby. Pilot alert, 7-4 now. Here we go, and racing out towards the first bend here. Trap 6 away fast. Caught Me Baby on this near side one. Pilot alert's trying to rush through on the inside. 3's trying to cut him off. Crack him out, and Crack him out's going to lead and going to go on here because one Pilot alert's going to get to him on the third bend if it can. Call Me Baby back in third as they come down towards the second last turn, but it's cracked him out in front by 2.5 lengths over one Pilot alert as they come around the far bend. Then comes Call Me Baby. They race up towards the winning mark. It's Trap 3. Crack him out, powering home. It's led all the way. Trap 3, Crack him out wins from Trap 1. Pilot alert. Call Me Baby back in third. So success to Trap 3. Crack him out, trained by Brian Clemenson and owned by Roy Felmingham, winning the first semi-final of the William Hill Greyhound Derby. As we watch the replay, you can see it broke well. Trap 4, Star Ambition didn't break that well, got slightly crowded on the run up towards the first bend. On the inside, Pilot Alert working all the time to get its position there. From Trap 2, Lock Up Fired Ice, who was pushed out wide. Magnum Mint really never did its show, did it, right on the back of the pack as they come down towards the third bend. Crack him out, never going to be caught from the second bend, all over as a race, but Pilot Alert chased hard in second. Lock Up Fired Ice and Call Me Baby having a scrap on for third. As they come off the final bend, you can see 3 Crack him out leading here and powering up the home straight. And I think the shock of all shock was it led at the first bend. On to second place, you can see Trap 1, Pilot Alert crossing the line in second, and Call Me Baby, who had a peach of a draw in the stripes, qualifying in third. Let's see where Star Ambition lost it. Didn't come away that well, got crowded on the run towards the first bend, and the last Irish hope for this year's Greyhound Derby goes tumbling out. You can see took a bump as well from Lock Up Fired Ice as that moved off, but Star Ambition, I'm afraid for the Irish, it's out of the Derby.
Carrying the burden of favouritism into Saturday's semi-finals was Droopy's Corleone after a very impressive run in the quarter-finals. However, he had a very tricky draw, but his supporters remained loyal, and he went to traps, the evens favourite for the second semi-final.
Droopy's Corleone at even money here. Starters waving the flag, the hair on the move. It's 9-2 for his B Forte, 5-1 about Blue Guna in one. They're going after this 10-1 Brosnan Mustang and Wingap Java. Alan Gifton 16-1. Here comes the hare. Second semi-final of the William Hill Greyhound Derby. They're up and running and racing out towards the first bend. Wingap Java's away well. Droopy's Corleone and Blue Guna sneaking through on the inside. It's Blue Guna going on. Oh, Droopy's Corleone's been badly bought as they head down the far side. In front is Blue Guna leading from Alan Gift, and then comes Wingap Java as they head down the far side. Droopy's Corleone's trying to get back into the thick of things as well. They go around the third bend in front. Blue Guna leading at the moment by a length. From 6 Alan Gift, then comes 3 Wingap Java. They're coming off the final bend. It's Blue Guna with racing up on the inside. Trap 3 Wingap Java looks as though it just pipped him on the winning line with 6 Alan Gift coming back in the mix as well. It's gone to a photo finish in the end between 3 Wingap Java, 6 Alan Gift and 1 Blue Guna. Oh, we've had a real corker of a second semi-final, but Droopy's
What a shocker. Another favourite bites the dust as veteran tracker Windgap Java snatched a dramatic victory. Now, a couple of hoodoos must be considered in Saturday's final. No Trap 1 runner has managed to win the English Derby since it was switched to Wimbledon, and no outright classic favourite has finished in the first three in this year's classic. Crack 'em Out is the dog bidding to defy both hoodoos. He will wear the red jacket and also tops the betting. The trap draw in 1 is Crack 'em Out, 2 Windgap Java, 3 Pilot Alert, 4 Blue Gooner, 5 Allen Gift, and on the outside in 6, Call Me Baby.
A look now at the upcoming fixtures, and on Thursday it's the finals of the Open 350 and Black Cat Bar 525 at Shelburne Park. Then on Friday it's the final of the Chasing the Dragon Puppy Stake at Harold's Cross. It's the second round of the Lee Strand Charity 550 at Tralee, and the semi-finals of the Red Mills Racer Champion Unraced at Kilkenny. Then on Saturday, it's the final of the Red Mills Guineas at Waterford, the second round of the Olympic Bee Puppy Oaks at Shelburne Park, and the first round of the Macroom Motor Services Stake at Cork. So next week, it's the big one in England, the William Hill Derby. In Waterford, that Red Mills Guineas final is sure to attract a huge crowd. And at Harold's Cross, a great night is assured when the final of the Chasing the Dragon 525 takes place. For further information on Irish Greyhound racing, ownership and syndication, visit our website at www.igb.ie or email us at admin@igb.ie.